America is desperate to hear his story, and tonight it's believed the surviving Boston bomber is finally communicating with police. Investigators have uncovered a stash of weapons and say he and his brother were planning more attacks.
The key to the investigation, the man who has all the answers. Boston bomber Johar Tsarnaev is said to be communicating with the FBI in writing. Sometime between the shootouts with police, the flash grenades and his eventual arrest, Johar suffered an injury to his throat.
It's questionable when and whether he'll be able to talk again. Doesn't mean he can't communicate.
Which is crucial. Police found so many weapons, so many bombs, other attacks were imminent.
The scene was littered with unexploded, improvised explosive devices. This was as dangerous as it gets in urban policing.
His older brother Tamerlan travelled from Ch9 to the US in 2003 and seemed to fit in. But 6 years later, it turned sour. Quoted in a university magazine, "I don't have one American friend. I don't understand them." In 2011, the FBI interviewed Tamerlan but dropped the investigation. The next year, he spent 6 months in Russia, and investigators believe this was pivotal. Before long, his YouTube account had links to videos of Chechen extremists.
I think it certainly shows, what somebody's indications are, what their inclinations are, what their beliefs are.
And here, the all-American girl who would become his wife, Catherine Russell from Rhode Island. At school, she was on the dance team, wanted to join the Peace Corps. But by the age of 21, she had married Tamerlan Tsarnaev and converted to Islam. They have a 3-year-old child. While the police investigation continues at full tilt, for the people of Boston, time stopped, if only for a moment. Churches across the city throwing open their doors, offering something just as important, comfort and support.
Please grant my wish for peace.
It's hard. A week ago they were alive, and we're going to be burying them this week.
And from one marathon to another, this time in London, a moment of silence. Black ribbons pinned over heavy hearts.
And Denham joins me now from Boston. Denham, it's been an awful week for the city and there are still a tough few days ahead.
Well, if you needed any further indication of that, Pete, then just have a look at the memorial here. This is the largest one in town. It's only about a block from where the bombing took place. You can see the 3 crosses there for the 3 victims. Don't forget the 4th victim, the policeman, Sean Collier, as well. And this will also be a pretty central place today because at 2:50 p.m, which is exactly the same time 1 week on from the bombing, this place will stop for 1 minute's silence. And if that wasn't sad enough for today, Pete, the first funeral will also take place. That's for Crystal Campbell, just 29 years old, innocent and far too young.
OK, Denham, thank you.